more steps until I hear someone step out of an alley right behind me. Nope. I have goosebumps. Nope.
We're born in the moonlight. Ain't a fan to say. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello beautifuls, this is Aromie here, and welcome back to That Which Finds Us. We are here having a little coffee hangout. I won't say date. Is it a date? Tea time. Their title's tea time. But we're here with Idris, learning about him. Our waitress comes over and delivers the cappuccinos. I pick up mine and blow on it while Idris grabs a stirrer to mix the foam up and cool it off. Just sitting here, I didn't realize how nice it could be. He's playing with the little biscuits that came with the coffee while watching a group of people walk past us to be seated. From here, I almost hear some more outside noise than inside. People walking, cars going by, birds chirping. This is kind of relaxing. Maybe he'll answer something else now. Who was that kid I saw leaving the other day? What kid? Oh, don't be like that. I'm serious, I see a lot of people. You're going to have to be more specific. When I told you to meet me for dinner, there was a kid who left the office before I walked in. Brownish hair, I think? About high school. Just a kid down on his luck. Why? I don't know, I was just wondering why a kid would be anywhere near a store. You want to hear more sob stories? Sure, we've got all day. That's kind of sadistic, you know? You're the one who said I'm a good listener. You could tell me your own sob story, and I'd never know. Probably, yeah. I already said the saddest client story, but I've got plenty more. Alright, let's see. There was this kid who came from a bad household. He didn't go into much detail, and I didn't want to know. He wanted out, naturally, but he was just a kid in middle school. Okay, wait. How did the kid find you? You didn't get more details? More like, how did the kid find you? How did kid find you in the first place? Hell if I know. Rumors, probably. I hear from a couple clients that some rumors are on deeper parts of the web, so probably there, but I disagree. He walks in one day with a black eye asking to get rid of them all. This kid was clearly unstable and traumatized, so I was worried he might finally snap soon. Of course, I have a few contacts. You call it a hit on his parents, naturally. No! I made his parents forget about him. By the time he went home that day, a few people from Child Protection Services just happened to be stopping by. He was taken away and put in a children's home after the social workers were assured by school records that the boy belonged to the parents, despite them saying otherwise. I haven't seen him since then, but I can only hope it was for the best. Wait, so that wasn't the kid the other day? I didn't say I'd talk about him. Oh, come on, do you really have that many stories about kids? He shrugs it off, content to avoid it talking about the boy. How about this one then? There was a guy who came in one day who was afraid to break up with his girlfriend because he'd never done it before. So instead he asked me to make her forget about him. And what? That's it. She forgot about him. Happy end, right? See, the thing is, if they were a couple, usually couples would take or have some photos together. Like, what if she saw his photo on her like bed frame or something, like, not the bed frame, a frame by her bed? Would she be like, who the hell is this? And just throw out the photo? Or would she be curious and try to find the guy and be like, why were you and I in this photo? I don't know. You're terrible at this. The storytelling or the job part? Both, probably. You've got to give the story some flair. Embellish. Fine. After she forgot about him, he came back and visited one day, saying how great his life was or something. As he was leaving, he bumped into a girl coming in. The two started talking and started dating and lived happily ever after. Alright, I got 3 problems with this story. 1, the ending was extremely rushed. I'm not great at endings. 2, there's never been more than one client at a time in your store. You're not that popular. He looks offended. And 3, I watched a TV special with that plot last night. Oh, I watched the same one. He leans back in his chair with a sigh. Well, anyway, that's about as creative as I can get today. Amazing. You know, you should become a writer. A writer, huh? What? A pseudo fiction one? No one would know the difference. It'd be my luck, and then I'd get turned down by publisher for being too unrealistic or boring. You just got to work on your presentation. Let's try with this question. Have you ever run into clients who don't remember you? A couple times. It's a big city, but a small world. They usually don't say anything or acknowledge me since I'm just a stranger, which is fine by me. It'd be even weirder if they did try to talk to me, which none have for obvious reasons. I bet you run into soccer moms all the time. Too many times. I hate going to stores and looking over to see someone who's asked to see my manager. That's the stuff of nightmares. Maybe you ought to get better at your job so they won't have to speak to your manager. So rude. Maybe they shouldn't ask for things I can't do. Like what? Like validate their expired coupons, like letting them mix and match sale items, like letting their kids mess up the brand new display I put up. It sounds downright boring compared to his stories. Well, maybe you won't have to worry about soccer moms for much longer. I don't know how long you think it takes to finish a 4-year degree. You done with your coffee? We should probably leave before any moms spots you. Their coffee is really great. I forgot how good it was. Probably helped that I was hungry too. Yeah, and it tastes even better when it's colder outside. Maybe we could come by again on a cold day. Winter's sure taking its time. Maybe. I might be busy then. Busy with what? Work, meetings, the usual. I haven't checked my schedule, talked to my secretary. Maybe I can meet you somewhere, no promises though. Alright, I'll call you before then, and you can tell me what your secretary says. Going out to eat with this guy a few months from now almost assuredly means I'd be meeting him regularly. Maybe that wouldn't be so bad. Are you sure you don't want me to walk you home? There really are too many thugs these days. I'll be fine. Thank you for coffee. It was no problem. If you want to get more, you know where I'll be. Bye. And with that, he walks off. Just a quiet, snowy night. I can't believe how many people wanted to come in right before closing. The holiday rush is sure as hell. I looked down at my phone. Yep, no taxis in my area. Too many people hogging up cabs. It's just snow. Let me go to a convenience store, go home, and then you guys can take the cab. Oh well, that's money that can go towards eating out one day this week or something. Now that I think about it, I've been eating out and going places a lot more since I met Idris. I'm not exactly a hermit, but it's not very fun to go places by yourself. But now I find myself making excuses to go places just to meet up with them. That's normal, right? It's just been a while since I had a close friend. I adjust the strap on my purse as I walk down the street. I feel like someone's gonna mug me. The lights here are dimmer than I'd like, but I try not to think about it as I keep walking. I'm gonna get mugged. Wait, the building was always here, right? This doesn't really look like the area near my apartment. I make another turn and end up on a somewhat familiar street. I'm about 3 blocks away from his office. How did I get this turned around? Gosh, I guess I'll try going back the way I came, if I can remember. At least I would go back that way, if only there wasn't a guy a few yards behind me. This music does not match the scenario right now. He's wearing mostly black, and he's staying mostly out of the limited lighting. I'll just make a block and come back here. Better safe than sorry. There's a bar right here on the corner. I'm sure that's where he's going. Or maybe not. Maybe he's going to the convenience store up ahead. Or he could turn here where I'm turning instead. That's an option too. Ugh, he really is following me, isn't he? What should I do now? I can't just let him follow me all the way to my house. Maybe I should go in the store. No, they're closed. What if I go down this road? Shit! Where'd he go? Why does this always happen to me? In any game. I was too busy trying to get away from him that I lost track of him. He probably went his way and wasn't following me at all. No, around here, he's probably gonna be in front of you. I took a few more steps until I hear someone step out of an alley right behind me. Nope. I have goosebumps. Nope. I turned quickly enough to see the man from before lunge at me. Because I turn, my position changes enough to make him misstep, and I'm able to start running away. I give a small yelp and start running. I've already been turned around too much in this area, so I bolt for the only place I'm sure of, his. I'm barely able to avoid his reach multiple times by ducking and changing direction, but I can tell my luck is running out fast. There's seemingly no one on the street. Of course, I don't know how my exasperated yells are carrying. I just keep running. I turn down a side alley up ahead and knock down a garbage can. Instead of climbing over it, he races down the street. I hope he doesn't find a shortcut. The alley comes out onto the same road as Idris's office. I try not to slow down. Please, of all days, be working late. Let it be this one. And most of all places here are either dark or dimly lit. Can I even go anywhere else? I don't see the man anywhere, but he could run up any second now. Just a few more steps to go. his lights are off. Damn it, don't be locked. I check the door handle, frantically trying to open it. After a few seconds of failed attempt, I have to steady myself. I try to make my hands stop shaking so that I can actually turn the handle, which surprisingly is unlocked, albeit somewhat stuck. I yanked open the door and slammed it behind me in my hurry. The door has a simple turn lock on it. It's the only thing between me and that man, but I'll take it. The door is as cool as I rest my forehead against it. I breathe in slowly, my heart is still racing. I am beyond scared. Of course, that's when I find a hand on my wrist. Shit! Oh. Jesus. Whoa, shouldn't I be the one saying that? Why are you sneaking up on me? Why are you busting down my door? Because I was walking home and I got lost and this guy started chasing me. Chasing me? Yes, that's what I said. He ran down some alley as I was running and I lost sight of him. He looks at me unsure. I don't care if you believe me or not. Just let me in for a few minutes. I do, I'm just thinking. The room is silent. All I can hear are car horns off in the distance and a faint ticking sound coming from his office. There's a dim stream of light coming through the blinds of the door. He just stares at the door, lost in thought. Alright, for now, He cuts off by a walking nightmare. A figure walks up to the door and covers the light that had been peeking through the blinds. What? The door no- Hello? Didn't I lock the door? Nothing? The doorknob slowly turns before reaching the lock. It rattles, attempting to open, but the person realizes it's locked and stops. However, they stay. The figure doesn't leave. I get closer to Idris. I don't believe the figure, who was surely the man from before, can see us in here, but that doesn't stop our quiet stare-off. In the intense silence, I realize Idris never took his hand off my waist from when he startled me. His hand was on my waist the whole time? I thought his hand was on my wrist. Did I completely read that wrong? Probably. We can't really move. I don't want to know what the man will do if he realizes I am really in here. Almost as an impulse, I reach for my phone, but stop. The man would certainly be able to see the light from it. Unable to move, talk, or call, we can only stand there and wait. After a while, the man appears to get closer to the door, trying to peer through the blinds rather than just waiting. Bitch, you better pop your eyes back. The doorknob rattles a few more times. Each time it sounds like he's getting more and more frustrated and tries harder to make the door budge. But once he realizes the door isn't going to open, he walks away. I put my head down in relief, not quite realizing that meant it would land on Idris's chest. Despite the man having walked away, I'm unable to move. My legs just can't. What if he's walking away to get ready to just push open that door? He could be doing that. The tension in the air eases. Now we're just standing here in the silence trying to catch our breath. I'm much more shaken than him. Maybe that's why he puts a hand on the back of my head. Now I'm afraid to move because it would ruin the moment. I can hear a car pass by, hitting a pothole. A sign in the distance starts blaring. The world outside at least seems to be back to normal, but in here, I sigh. Are you alright? I lift my head slightly. I can feel his gaze on me, but I can't look him in the eye. Yeah, I guess. The man is most likely long gone by now, but we still talk in a hushed whisper. It just sighs. We should probably get away from the door regardless. Why are you not in uniform? We slowly walk into his office. He quietly closes the door behind us, but leaves it open just enough to see out of it. We should probably call the police. And tell them what? Some man was following me? Yeah? And then what? And then they would dispatch a car in the area to ride around for a couple of hours, and they'll find nothing and drive back. But you never know, they might find something. Or someone. Preferably someone. I try to smile for him, but I still can't look at his face. Maybe as an attempt to make me smile, he brushes some of my hair off of my shoulder. Alright, I'll call them. It takes a lot longer than I wanted it to, but after a while I'm finally able to get off the phone with the police department. Just like he said, they're going to send a patrol car in the area to keep an eye out. However, they did surprise both of us. They offered to pick me up and take me to my apartment as well. I just didn't seem too happy about not being able to take me home instead, but that's the least of my problems. But now, it looks like my biggest problem is the silence. We lean against his desk in the quiet room, waiting for the other to break the silence or the police car to drive up, whichever is faster. I fiddle with my hair as he puts his phone down and sighs. Just another long day. Just? Yeah, I guess. You get followed every day? Of course, I've got tons of fans. I'd rather not have any fans if that's how they act. That just means you're a super fan. No, man. A super fan. They love you so much they forget you're a real person and continually fall more in love with the concept of you, throwing all your safety out of the window, which is very dangerous, so please do not do that. Please do not do that to whoever you are very much a fan of. Please do not do that. You know, this wasn't a fan, right? I knew. I was watching a celebrity documentary last night and thought I'd lighten the mood. Stop that. You're no good at being funny. I'm great. You just have no sense of humor. Tell that to the cops. Are you gonna tell them to arrest me for my jokes? They are criminally bad. It just stares at me with a deadpan look, but only for a little while. A small smirk starts breaking out across his face. He lightly puts his hand on mine. I know I don't look like a whole lot, but I'm here for you. I know he's trying to be real cute, and usually I would fangirl over these moments, but it's just so funny right now because of his jokes prior, and I'm still not over it. It was a sweet sentiment, really, but it's hard to take him seriously when I notice he has a few crumbs on his collar. He thinks I'm leaning in to put my hand on his cheek or brush his hair, so he becomes confused when I brush his collar. Joke's on you! How are you supposed to take care of others when you can't even take care of yourself? It sounds a bit harsher than I meant. I brush my fingers against his chin and make him look back at me. What is this? What's going on? Do we like him? Does he like me? This progression seems really fast. I'm so confused. Or are we just like super friendly? Confused. Thank you. There's the sound of a car pulling up outside. It just sighs and starts to walk into the lobby. Well, your ride is here. Yep. Maybe I should have turned them down and offering to drive me home. I grab my purse and meet him at the door. Try not to start any more trouble tonight, okay? I can't make any promises, but I'll try. He smiles and pats my head. Stay safe. I'll see you soon. You well? Good night, I guess. Did we exchange phone numbers? I walk out the door and he shuts it behind me. Even through the wood, I can hear him sigh. Aw, he's so sweet. Honestly, I'm so like attached to him already. So, what'd you do then? Oh, cute! She changed her clothes again, and so did Sierra. I went home. You weren't scared he'd follow you back to your apartment? I just shrug at her, which makes her even more interested in the story. I accidentally skipped over the meeting interest part and went straight to a cop drove me home, but she's still enthralled. We have a guard in the lobby. They don't let just any rando in. You've got to have the name of the resident before they'll let you even walk around. But what if they know your name? Exactly! But what if he gets your name? What if he followed you close enough that he heard the guard say like, "Good afternoon, Evilise"? What if he's waiting in your apartment for you to get home? I'll let you do the worrying then. You gotta worry a little bit more about yourself. I give up. You still haven't told me about this new guy. What's the quickest way I can get out of this conversation? There's not anything to say yet. Well, come on. You break up with your boyfriend and go on 2 dates in like what, 2-3 weeks? Why don't you just assume they're dates? Funny. Can you at least give me a name? Oh my god, this game is so addicting that I keep forgetting to look over at the time. Sierra Nosy. Anyway, this is where I'm gonna stop for today's episode. Gosh darn, this game is so good. It's so good. I can't believe I got so invested so quickly into Idris that it's insane. Even though they gave us, I believe, maybe the potential of Byron and the younger guy, maybe? I don't know. I don't want to look up too much into this game for spoilers, so head back away. But anyway, this is where we're going to stop for today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. 조금 어렵겠지만 언제라도 난 여기 서 있어 편하게 생각해